Oh, come on. Oh, it's gonna be so good. It's gonna be so epic. And then, of course, now I have to do it again. Watch me do it a third time. There we go. No more looping. We're good. Awesome. Well, welcome, folks. That was the introduction that needed 3 big lead-in finales. It is the 2025 Swag Awards. We are joined by a absolute bevy of wonderful people who have contributed much to the Savage Worlds Adventure Steel program and the Savage Worlds community in general. And so here to celebrate the awards for all the best products from 2025. And they're our friends, but it is not subjective process. We basically look at the best free product that gave away the most free stuff, and so give it away free and got the most downloads. And then we look at both the highest grossing and the most number of products sold, blend those 2 top lists together, and this is what comes out in the wash for these Swag Awards. So welcome. I'll let JM run around and introduce everybody.
So we have with us tonight, we have you. I like how you gave, you asked everyone their names and how to pronounce it, and then I was not paying attention because I was getting other stuff set up. So we have Christian Mertz with us, and John Doom, and Jacob, and Benjamin, and Jay. Thank you all for joining us. There's a couple of people who are on the list who were not able to make it, including Jan Yetmar for small cases, but we'll talk about those in a bit. Thanks for joining us, everyone.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah.
Hi, everybody.
Hello. Yeah, super excited to see a bunch of new faces this year, too. And we've got some perennial winners, which is great, some second timers, and then some new faces. So let's get right into it. I think the best free product. So give it away now. This year is Animal Companions of the Multiverse. Yes. Very cool supplement. Let me get rid of our banner so you can actually see who the artists are too, because it's been a while since I've been leading the streams. But this is by Radulf Saint Germain, Emmanuel Sams, and Vasant, and Johan Dumastan.
Jon Yu, I think.
Yes, Soft J, Softy, yeah.
Right. So this one was part of the Fast Furious February celebration, which shows that participating in those, when we do those things like getting on bundles, doing the big events, is a great way of getting your product seen. Those are 3 wonderful people from Germany who all kind of got together and put that together. I mean, 3 authors for 4 pages is really, we're getting the ratio right.
Yeah, that is a good author per page.
But I think the Yermans they're crying over their World Cup defeats, so they were not able to join us today. Too soon. Right. But I mean, we love giving away stuff for free. It's a great way to build your audience, and 4 pages is about right. I think some people are giving away a little too much work for free. So we like seeing participation in Fast Furious February and all the good stuff there. But congratulations to the 3 of you fine folks. And let me throw up the link for people who are watching where you can go pick that up. It is, again, free, $0 at DriveThruRPG. And I will put it in the comments on all the places you guys are lovely watching all of us from. And so there it is, Animal Companions of the Multiverse. It's free. Go up, pick it up, check it out, see what's going on. And congratulations to them for getting hundreds and hundreds of downloads, which is great for our wonderful little community. So
yeah, and I appreciate that we take the time to actually try and figure that out, because some people just want to put their stuff up and want to see how it does, and we're paying attention.
Yeah, and the swag program has a real diverse kind of amount of products now. There are people who put out hey, it's one idea for a couple of terrible hindrances, and maybe a page or 2 long, and then people who are really kind of should be moving up into the ace world and getting a book published, who put out multiple core books with expansions and all that good stuff. So there's a wide range of things. That's kind of why it's hard. That's why we don't just kind of pick our favorites. We just kind of look at what the community says as far as. I try to balance that too. But some people, if you've got a $50 book on swag, it's a little harder to sell that and is a free giveaway. So we look at both, and I think our next big winner, coming in with the first paid actual money made Jade Dragon by Lystra Pitts. This one's a very cool pulp style seaplane adventure. It is already a silver bestseller, and also did very well on our thing. So I don't think Lystra has joined us tonight, but I will throw in the thing, and I will throw in the comment.
I was gonna say I love the fact that it starts you at seasoned, takes you all the way to heroic. It's like a Pacific Theater World War II supernatural adventure that kind of takes you about fighting supernatural threats. What's not to love about that?
I mean, very Savage Worlds, right? Like,
Right. No, 100%.
If we're gonna go pulpy, we're gonna go pulp with something else, not just straight pulp.
That's right.
I think we got one more before we start getting into our authors who are here, unless the Italianis showed up late. I don't think they did. But this one's an interesting one. I'll let JM talk a little more about it. But it's Itus Corinthia by some amazing Italian publishers. Apparently, they published this in Italian, and this is their English translation. And I didn't see any advertising for it, and it went really, really well. It sold very well on our Swag program. So congratulations to Cesar Verzini, Luca Manzani, and their artists Angela Joubert and Moreno Paisan.
Yeah, it is a steampunk setting in 1876. It's got a kind of wild reimagining of history, but includes new ancestries, new rules for crafting, a ton. I think it's like 40 new edges, which is sort of insane to me. That is a lot of design work, and 30 new powers and over 50 creatures. So all for the low price of it's $12 right now on the Christmas in July sale. So
yeah, and it's actually they've actually published it where you can get the soft cover as well if you want to do the print on demand. I forgot to mention the Jade Dragon is $14.99 on drive-thru.
Yeah, so, and this book for $12 is 346 pages. It is massive.
I think a little undersold, which I mean could explain why they're raking in the sales, which is great. Let me get this in the comments for you guys. If you guys listen along or reading along, you can right. It does look like Final Fantasy. It got definitely a little dragon mount instead of like a chocobo or whatever. But yeah, totally.
Yeah, a floating city, right? Very Final Fantasy VI. Right.
How's it going, rerun? So yeah, here's the link for everybody in the chat for Itus Corinthia. And we'll put it up on screen because no one's going to type this one on the screen, but just to show we did it in case people are scanning the video. That's the link. You guys can go and pick up Itus Corinthia. And I think one more from this is a repeat winner, and one of our good friends, the Minor Effects. Congratulations, Cyril Ronso. For your 2025 Swag Award-winning Minor Effects. This is part of a really great series that Cyril has been doing for several years now, and just kind of really building up a really kind of good library of awesome adventure content and tool content, and just kind of breaking it all down by subject matter and stuff like that. So I'll let JM tell us what he knows about it because he's got all the notes. He did really good. He prepared for this stream.
I came slightly prepared for this stream. It's cantrips. It's a lot of little minor powers that, as long as you have, I want to say I may have done a Savage Universe with Cyril on this one because it's.
Well, that's the other thing I've noticed is a lot of our winners were smart and got a hold of JM and said, "Hey, put me on the Savage show." And
please come on Savage Universe. I know this is the Swaggies, but I'm definitely. I wore my best black T-shirt. I really want to have people come on the show, and we're seeing that there is an effect. If you're on Savage Universe, you're getting your products in front of the Savage Worlds fans. Also, check out Savage Goose. I know Savage Goose loves talking with people about Savage Worlds, so you should probably reach out to him as well. I know he's in the chat. Little plug. So it's cantrips based on your arcane background, just kind of little minor effects that give you little bonuses and kind of help flavor out your powers for your arcane casters.
Yeah, and that's another thing too is I mentioned before we've got a really diverse set of products. the great thing about the Adventurers Guild is you don't have to have any experience publishing. You can dip your toe in, get started, and then hopefully you'll be on the awards show the next year, or or later. It might take a couple tries, but there is a very good Discord community that very much supportive of new creators and figuring out how to use the templates that we put out, where to get stock art or whatever for your publication. So come join us, publish some stuff with Savage Worlds. It's not that hard, and the community is out there is really excited about a lot of it too. So without further ado, let's get into this one. Is very exciting. The let's see. Of course, I gotta put the comments. It's the thing. It's like so multi-thing. Our first present guest. So we'll hear from him on this. Jacob Objeski for the unofficial Steampunk Handbook. A slew of artists. I won't even get into them all because there's a whole lot of them, because he really filled this book out with a lot of art. So since we have Jacob here, and I remember talking about this on a stream with Jacob, let's get Jacob's take on Jacob. So tell us, what is in the unofficial Steampunk Handbook?
So it's kind of like a version of a companion for the genres that might not have the official Savage Worlds companion on its own. Yeah, so I was planning to do a couple of them. This one is the first, so it's like a lot of genre useful information, new species, new edges, new hindrances, a lot of setting material about the realistic and not so realistic 19th century, on new powers, new arcane backgrounds, plenty of situational rules, and a couple of enemies. Yeah, so all sorts of grab bag of tools.
Most excellent. And this one is currently on sale. It's normally $8.99, but now it is just $6.29 on DriveThruRPG.
That's right.
JM, give Jacob a good question that's deep and insightful, and we'll see.
About steampunk?
About anything. Well, I go and get a link and post it in the chat.
Oh, okay. So, Jacob, let me ask you a question. As somebody who's currently working with Space 1889, what does steampunk mean to you? Because one of my big, I don't want to say issues with steampunk is a genre, but it is not typically punk, if that makes sense.
Well, I kind of the tagline for this product was to put punk into steampunk, and that's why it looks the way it looks. Yeah. Basically, I was looking for inspiration, and as always, it was resolved by Spider-Man. Yeah, so I was watching the Beyond the Multiverse movie, and I was inspired by the Spider-Punk character who looked like something from a zine. So I thought, hey, if punk worked in 1980s, why it wouldn't work in 1880s? Yes, shit is cyclical. Yeah, so it's all. I kind of my aim was to at least graphically inject some punk into this magazine. So I used 19th century cutouts to try to imagine what a 19th century punk zine might look like. Yes, so graphically it's based, and I kind of self-censor it myself, so it's a bit radical. Sometimes I try to use this irreverent tone, and because for me steampunk isn't about just guys in top hats, in goggles. It's also about massive class inequalities, about a lot of conflicts that plague this world. Yeah, so it's not I try not to just sell it from the point of view of a gentleman, but from all sorts of people that lived in those times, and because at its core, steampunk is looking at the past with a modern attitude and try to imagine what it looked like. Yeah, so there are rules for punk rock, there are rules for class divisions, there are rules for making crazy inventions. Yeah, in this vein of rebelliousness, do-it-yourself, creativity.
Perfect.
So, as a multi-swag award winner, what's one piece of advice you would give those just starting out on their publishing journey?
Well, one of the beauty of swag is that you can basically do whatever you want, more or less. Yeah. So that was a couple of years ago, and I kind of repeated that recently, yeah, because I wrote an adaptation of non-existent stories about single mom who is a spy. And basically, it was for myself. Yeah, no one would ever buy this. No one would ever publish it. I did it myself just for fun. I had fun running it. People praised it. People liked it. Yeah, many people got fooled. So single spy mom was something that I can do this. Yeah, this is something that was written just to make myself feel good, make myself do a prank. Yeah, on every people. I think if it's something that works for you, yeah, you definitely should try and show it to other people.
Well, I think some of your stuff inspired our next winner. I'm going to switch around the cameras. You might get a hint who it is. Ranking in 2 swag awards this year. We'll start with the very first one of these.
Jan
Right? Congratulations, Jan Doom, for the Youngle Petrospheres. Very exciting pulp adventure. I actually haven't played in this one from you yet, so no spoilers, but give us a little talk about what is in the Youngle Petrospheres, sir.
Sure, why not? So the Youngle dang it, you're making me do it now too. The Jungle Petrospheres, it is a pulp adventure, like you said, where a group of Guardians of Antiquity is what they're called. So just the heroic group that all the stats are in the back of the adventure for people to play and bring to a con if they want to. Head down to South America and find that there are these bolas de petras, I think is what they're called. So they're in Costa Rica. There are these stone sphere balls that actually exist and were discovered like in the late 1800s, early 1900s. And I thought that was a really neat thing and wanted to kind of make something supernatural out of them. So like any good, doctor of archaeology might do, who's popular in contemporary fiction, movies, stuff like that.
Travels by Red Dot,
which are in there. The group heads down to South America, finds the special, petrosphere, the stone ball, and also finds that there's a evil Eastern European nation who's in the midst of stealing it from the locals.
What?
So now you have to stop them, and in order to do that, you have to do it aboard an airship, which makes it even better. And it culminates in hopefully the victory of the group. Hopefully, it's a little bit. The one thing I wanted to do is make something that was kind of cool, kind of pulp. And we have a adventure. Savage Worlds Pinnacle has written an adventure that is that way too, except for there's like a boat ride which involves TPKs every single time it's run, which is super fun for people. But I wanted to make it just slightly easier than that, but still have that pulp thing going on. So yeah, that's what that one's about.
So if your surname is Jonas, then and you have a certain cowboy hat, this is the perfect adventure for you. Let me throw it up in the chat so people can pick this one up. And you've given a special discount code even on this.
Yeah, I brought it down to $2 just to see if you like it. Hop on in, give it a try.
$2. It's amazing. I've been forgetting. We need some.
There we go.
I'm going to run another one for everybody who already went, who didn't get their applause on time. Okay. There we go. We're getting back into this. It's been some weeks. So you'll never guess who our next winner is, and no particular order, but it just came out wonderfully this way that a certain other Jan Doom for a certain other pulp release. Congratulations.
For another Oregon themed adventure.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, this
Oh.
one is a bit further north than the first one. So, Heart of the Sphinx. Again, the same adventuring group, the Guardians of Antiquity, find out that there is some kind of secret layer underneath the heart of the Sphinx, as it were. And there is a Frenchman who discovered it, who is being chased by an evil Eastern European nation. So the Guardians of Antiquity have to get to him, save him, and then get to Egypt and recover the item that that's the nation of Oberon, just in case you wanted to know. The Oberonians get to that very, very powerful artifact and use it for nefarious purposes. So the Guardians of Antiquity have to go to Egypt and save the world from that.
Okay, so same question to you. What is your advice for people just getting started out in their publishing journey?
I mean, Jacob said it really, really well. Write something that you'd actually want to play and run and for yourself. I was running some games for a convention here in Phoenix, and I needed to come up with something, so I came up with a pulp adventure and then decided why not just publish it as well as running it. So I got my playtest in, and then once the I think this one was a Fast Furious Fun February. No, maybe. Either way, the first one was. I ran it, played it, decided to write it down, and then contacted Jan Yetmar, who is in charge of fixing everyone who's a swag member's layout.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Yeah. Do you find it difficult running Savage Worlds on the surface of the sun?
Right. Yes. Yes, the cards burn quite easily and quickly, but other than that, no, it's a fantastic time. That is my big advice, though, is get something out that you'd want to play, write it down, and the community is really, really helpful. So hop on the unofficial Discord.
Yeah.
There's a little Swag and Ace helper area in there, and you can ask whatever questions you have. Oh, and then last one, follow the style guide. It's available for download for free.
For free.
Grab that and just live it. Keep it open on one screen. Use the other one to write your stuff, and just keep doing the things. That's all I have. Thanks, guys. That was really fun.
Well, congratulations, sir. And these are not even. This is like the second. Or is this second or third year? I think it's the second year you've won Swag Awards.
Yeah, I think I skipped a year, but this is the second time. Yeah.
Okay. Well. Okay. Okay. Good. Awesome. Okay. So, our next award winner for the 2025 Swag Awards. Let's see. It's a very tiny thing, but I think a familiar name's on here. Jan Yetmar and James Abendroth. They are winners for the Birthday Death Day, and they are not in the audience, but we will give them applause anyways, and then JM will tell us a little bit about what we can find inside the Birthday Death Day. This is a very award-winning. It's probably the most swag-winning series of anybody doing series, because Jan has decided to like really steamroll these out. So he is. He's got
to do all of Jan's awards and one swell foop.
Well, we'll do all the other ones. Oh yeah, we can. Okay. Yes, we may as well. Okay, so yes, we'll have the Jan part of the show, and then we'll get back to people who actually.
Welcome to the Jan part of the show.
Right.
We have his own theme music yet, because after the third Swag Awards, I think. Right. So this one is a locked door mystery. If you're not familiar with the City Guard Chronicles, it is you are playing fantasy guards in a fantasy city. Some might say it is an Ankh-Morporkian sort of urban center. There might be guards and also guards, and this is a locked door mystery, and it's got a little micro sitting that goes with it, and 7 suspects. Who could have possibly killed this person in a room that no one had access to? I love mysteries like this. I'm thinking of like the first Altered Carbon book that had a really good, transhuman locked door mystery. So I enjoy this genre. So well done, Jan.
Yeah, congrats, Jan. And then before more applause, because I've only got like 7 different applause sounds. The Jan is also on here with Jan Doom, who's here for one of these. So we'll catch you with Jan Doom. and a Dr. Bolarski, who I believe is a first-time winner. So we threw all these into one, the small cases collection. They're all only a few pages and sold for very little money, which is great, but they're kind of fun one-shot adventures. Any other comments from Jan Doom?
No, yeah, Jan is great. I mean, he's a great writer. The City Guard Chronicles are amazing fun. And if you reach out to him and say, hey, I've got a really fun idea, I'd like to write one for you, he will probably take you up on that. So he'll make a small case out of it, and it's a great time. He's really, really fun to work with.
That might be the easiest actual way to get in there, right? It's just like give a one-pager to Jan Doom for City Guard Chronicles, and he'll do all the rest of the work, right?
Yeah, that's what I did.
Yeah.
Well, round of applause for all these. Congratulations, John and John and Mr. Doctor. And it is kind of crazy how productive Jan has really been on all of those, because it's not easy to get anything published, right? There's the layout and art and editing, and then the idea and working with all the things, and then so. There are 4 of these, so I'm going to put 4 comments, 4 of them in the comments, while I'm going to have JM talk about and introduce our next winner while I throw this up on the screen, because he's here.
He's here, and I've chatted with him several times. Christian, thanks for being on here. This one is for fundraiser. This is it's all in the cards. Why don't you tell us about what is in this PDF?
As a commensurate tinkerer, I always like to play with the rules so that they get just the right feel that you want at the table. And my house rules become your house rules if you like them. I have a setting list series, which is basically does a whole bunch of setting rules so that you can dial in the exact taste. This is kind of a spin-off where it takes a specific mechanic, in this case, the action deck, and it gives you various different things that activate. It started originally around jokers, but then went into suits using alternate wild cards and making jokers bad. So sometimes people like that, most don't.
I think making jokers bad is a lot of fun too. I mean, one of the hindrance in Buccaneer was the Jonah, and when the Jonah gets a joker, bad things happen to everybody else. Yeah. So I love making a little. Everyone's like, "Oh, jokers are great," but putting a little twist on them is a lot of fun. So, I'm glad to see you kind of tinkering with the rules, Christian.
Yeah, I always enjoy your setting list PDFs and fundraisers. It's good to have you on the show again.
Thank you. I have a lot of fun playing Savage Worlds. I feel it's a great game for people who are a little bit older, and get burnt out with the slog of things, that you can get stuff on the table quick, fast, and have lots of adventure.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Is there anything about Savage Worlds that makes it easier, more interesting for you to tinker with the rules and do setting rules and kind of, experiment with the mechanics?
I don't know, because besides some way back when, like 30 years ago type of D&D first/second edition, I dipped my toe in with some 3.5 type of modifications for a setting that I liked, that was great, but wanted to dial it into what I wanted.
Mm-hmm.
Fantasy Flight's Midnight, which
yes,
is basically Lord of the Rings, but the bad guys win, and 100 years forward. So I worked on that, and that's somewhere probably out there on their old Against the Shadows form. But I don't know if anything in particular, just it's a simple system, but not, a flat. It's not, it's not overly narrative, but you can play into that, but there's still a bunch of crunch, but it's not so much crunch that you get crunched by it.
Yeah.
But I enjoy it and been playing for a number of years. and wanted to shout out to my friend Marissa, who, when her son was getting a little older, is like, I think it's time to bring him into the loop. We need to play, and that's what started our Savage Worlds. I was like, let's try that.
Awesome.
Well, that's wonderful. Well, so and it's $2, only $2 on Drive for RPG. And one final question for you. I mean, since you've built a really nice succession of products, how have you built your audience? Do you do advertising? Do you post on the forums? Like, how do you find the time to build customer base?
I'm gonna second that Jan Yetmar, that can't be here, working with him. Someone had come across my Allies Enhance, actually Emmanuel, I think, and he was like, this is really good, but it's basic layout. And shortly thereafter, Jan, contacted me, and he's like, let's work together. And so all the prettiness that you get comes from him, but the guts are, from my stuff. And so I would definitely say go on the Discord, and the unofficial Discord. They have a place where you can hype your things. I do go on Reddit and put up some stuff, and a lot of times I'm not on Facebook. That's something I've never gotten into, but Jan also will post things, and a lot of it is I have a number of products. I've won a few swag awards. Definitely get into the swag timber, and I forget who started it, but the quadruple F, Fast Furious on February, just again, getting your Alp. Thank you. Just getting your name out there, seeing things, and I guess people enjoy the product that they'll come back time and again. So.
Well, awesome. Well, congratulations, Christian, for yet another well-deserved success and another swag award. So.
All right. Thank you.
Okay, so we are moving right along, and one question I'm going to ask all of you for kind of a final question is, what's next? So get your links and what the next thing you guys are working on. But our next award goes to very cool Steel Leviathan's Megacorp source book. Love the cover. Super
I was just going to say, I love this cover so much.
Jarl Stian Olsen is with us, but also want to say congratulations to Alex Wong, Alexander Popov, Danielle Volkow, James Teo, et al., who contributed to the cool artness of this. And I'm going to throw up like the applause again for you while I get this thing off the screen. And so yeah, let's get this going. So Jay or Jarl, Jarl Stian, whatever it may be, congratulations, first-time winner. Tell us, what is your release about, and how did you get into the Savage Worlds kind of publishing community?
Yeah, well, Steel Leviathans, it's like a corporation source book. So it's the cover is really awesome. I found it on like an image site, and I do a lot of illustrations myself, but I really like to work on other material as well. So this was like a collaboration. I've done some editing on I put the logo of the sign Synthetica on the eye there. So I think it's a really striking illustration from Marko Brečić. So yeah, but the source book itself, it's really like I really just like to make stuff for my group. I'm a GM, so it's just a fun thing to do. I think it was never really for making any money. It's just pocket money for me. So it's I really enjoy just putting out stuff. And the source book is like it lists like several mega corporations, how you can utilize them in your games, and also there's a list of CEOs you can use, NPCs. And it's it's just like a work of passion, I guess. It was never meant to be anything that I wanted to put out. But once I started working for my group, I thought, well, why don't I just do a little bit of work on it and see what can happen? So yeah, it's really fun.
Very cool.
Nice. And it's only $4.99 on DriveThruRPG, and there's some really great previews of the inside layout, which is slick as all get out. So
Yeah.
I really like what you've done with that. The swag is surprisingly, the awards have gone to, I think, more international people than Americans. Where do you hail from, Jan? Or Jarl? Sorry.
Yeah, I'm from northern Norway. So actually, I
Oh,
live
nice.
above the Arctic Circle.
Whoa.
So
very cool.
do you get to play with a group up there, or is it all online?
Yeah, we have we started a group way back when, and so it's just local guys. Now some of them, one is living in Oslo, and the rest is in the town where I live in Tromsø. So we do play on Discord.
Awesome.
We used to have like a table group, but unfortunately that's not possible anymore. So I'm hoping we're getting around to making that happen again for sure.
Very cool.
No, that's awesome. And like the good news is for all of our European friends is over the last couple of years, Peg has really tried to expand our shipping friendly zones into Europe. And we had some great friends with GMS who kind of got us within the EU UK sphere. And then going forward, we're actually looking at some other partners who are EU local. So we'll even get through one less layer of bureaucracy. You guys have a lot of weird stuff going on in the shipping and the charging. It's hard for a small company to get on top of that.
It really is. Yeah.
Yeah, Norway's kind of screwed that way. It's really difficult actually.
Huge thanks to Alan over at GMS. Like,
yeah.
Right. We're going to probably be debuting another inside the EU partner to make it physical even better. Or a little less hard, I guess is to say. But the great thing about Swag and all of these products, anyone who's tuning in tonight, is they're all in PDF. So you don't have to worry about tariffs or shipping. You could just download it right now. And hopefully I did let me see, did I throw the link already in the comments? If I didn't, I will rectify. Oh, it is there. That was the link. And it's just $4.99 and already a silver bestseller. Like everybody's got really good silver and Electrum and whatever status tonight, which is awesome. But yeah, anybody watching, go grab these up, support independent, small-time creators and RPG authors. This stuff is great. I mean, there's no way that Pinnacle can publish everything we want to. You know, we've got only so many slots a year and so many people to get it all done. And so we've got some exciting news about some awesome licenses and all some good stuff that we're going to be jamming our schedule even more full. But nothing can compete with how fast the turnaround is and responsiveness of the Swag. So if you've got an idea that we haven't quite done yet, get out there and publish in the Swag, and you can reap the rewards and all the wonderful other things that come with being a published RPG author. So here's the thing, Savage Goose. I think print on demand is a thing, but the one thing about POD is it's really not cheap. So the actual Lightning Source who does the printing through DriveThruRPG, it's pretty expensive, and the margins are kind of just really not there. So the customer pays a lot more for the book, and then the author doesn't really get that much more versus kind of doing print runs. So if you're getting into the selling 300 copies, 400, 500 copies of your products, it's time to start thinking about doing some crowdfunders, Kickstarter or BackerKit or GameFound, and doing print runs, because that's where you can really start getting the numbers.
And Landauer and I have a sneaky plan for 2027 to kind of help Aces with that. I'm just going to tease it right now. Just going to tease it, and that's it. Just going to.
Yeah, I was ordering the 3 copies of Sloot Squad with POD, and I had to pay for every single print out of my own pocket. So that's I will probably do POD for El Cuervo Rojo. That's coming soon, but not during the summer. I think I will start dealing with this around September, but it will be there, I hope.
Yeah, I know fans don't want to hear the numbers behind all this stuff, but POD is 7 to 10 times more expensive per book for a much lower quality. Like it's soft cover kind of inky print versus hardcover like glossy print that you can get when you actually go to a print run. So that's where it's tough. Print on demand is not a great way of making any cash as a publisher. I know it's great if you want to have something in print as a fan, but that's kind of the harsh reality of the printing business. So I appreciate the comment, but it's tough. It's tough for folks. So one more round of applause for Jarl. Appreciate you being a brand new creator, staying warm and creating awesome stuff from like the top of the globe, which is pretty cool. And I look forward to hearing what your answer is for what's next when we do the second round of questioning. But until then, I'm going to throw up some audio, and then Jam, can you throw up the next graphic? Do you know which one's going up?
I can.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, Jarl.
Nice.
So this was The Signal, and it's by Terry Wiseman. And it is a little 8-page adventure that covers you are coming back on a corporate mining ship, loaded with all of your resources, and there is an emergency distress beacon. And nope, that's a different adventure that starts the same way. This one, there is a distress beacon from a terraforming ship, but only the beacon is active, and so in stopping to help this ship, the adventure begins. And I will refrain from making any Dire Straits comments because they talked about Dire Straits in the write-up.
Well, and so the cool thing, so Terry can't be here, but Terry is a big fixture of the ChupaCabraCon scene. So I wore my ChupaCabraCon shirt in honor of Terry tonight. He does an amazing job wrangling games and being a part of that community and the Savage Worlds community down there. So congratulations, Terry, on getting SWAG award. I think this might be one of his first publications, if not the first for SWAG. So awesome job, Terry. Congratulations again. And we're going to play you some. I put the link in the bottom. And another round of applause for Terry. Congratulations, sir. Okay, so certainly not least, congratulations to Benjamin Lupu and Old Witch Tricks and artist Enrique DLD for the 2025 SWAG Award winner, Quick Start Guide to Investigations. Benjamin, welcome to the show, sir. I'm going to play some applause for you too. So,
Thank you.
So tell us, what's it been like publishing? What's in this guide to investigations? Give us the lowdown, sir.
Sure. This guide is really about two things in one. First, it's a set of tips and examples on how to bend Savage Worlds rules toward investigation play. Let's say how skills like notice or persuasion or even writing become detective tools. That's a big point. Sometimes you hear that Savage Worlds can't be a solution to play investigations. It's obviously false. I do that a lot. So, and you can do that in any settings you want. So, in the guide you will find a lot of examples. For example, a sci-fi dictatorship full of psychic mutants, for example, or historical fantasy, urban fantasy, whatever you are into. Second, it's probably genuine advice on how to run investigation game. I know it could be intimidating for game masters, but there is several tricks to know to play investigation, and you will have fun as you would do with classic action-packed scenario, for example. You will get also some new mechanics, let's say that, for example, about lying and an interrogation system, or how to manage NPC states of mind. You will need that during investigation, of course. How to manage clue finding, obviously, mystery solving and stuff like this. So it's a small one, actually, but I hope it it's a way for people to play investigation, which is a genre I love, with Savage Worlds actually. So this was my goal, just play investigation with Savage Worlds.
Awesome.
Well, so again, it's only $1 on Drive-Thru RPG, so very easy way for you guys who are watching to go pick it up and get involved. So, what part of the world do you hail from, Benjamin?
I'm living in Paris, France.
Oh, lucky! You guys did really well in the World Cup. Congratulations! It was awesome.
Well, okay, let's not talk about that.
It was good.
Please.
So yeah, I'm jealous. So this is there's got to be an excuse to be like the International Savage Worlds like traveling tour event where we just kind of run around and like sleep on couches and like get 50 of us and we'll just go and visit all of you folks.
Yeah,
there is a big house behind me, so you're welcome. We'll play.
Awesome.
in French, so it will be interesting.
I mean, that's fine. As long as we get the wine and the food too, like that's just it'd be perfect. I love it. You don't have to understand what's going on.
There is always food. There is always food. Yeah.
Okay, so let's go around again. Congratulations. Let me throw up some more.
Yeah, John, you're right. It's pretty. Thank you. Yeah, I saw the comment about the heat wave. Yeah, it's cooler, and so it's 2 a.m. in France, so it's a bit cooler because the day is very hot actually.
Well, perfect. Well, one more round of applause for all of our winners. Congratulations, everybody. Woo-hoo. Oh, come on, play the thing. There we go. There we go. Awesome. Well, congratulations to everybody. I think I got one more question for y'all, and then JM might have a question for you. But let's go from backwards to forwards on what is next. So, Benjamin, having won your first swag award, congratulations. What are you working on now? What's your next publication, Savage Worlds or otherwise? What's in your mind?
It is Savage Worlds. Oh, by the way, I'm a writer, but so I've got a novel to finish. But before that, I'm gonna release a new stuff for Savage Worlds, and it will be a bit more ambitious. It's 5 times the investigation guide. It will allow you to play tiny heroes, 3 inches people. So I bend the rules to do that. Honestly, I did that for my younger daughter, who is 20, and she wanted to play tiny heroes for her birthday. And I said, let's share that with the community. So there will be rules. There will be a mini settings, which will be steampunk fantasy, and starter adventure, where you play wing riders, meaning that you will be 3 inches tall riding birds. So this is my next. I hope to release that in October. Actually, illustrations are ongoing and the proofreading too.
Awesome.
That sounds fantastic. And what's your novel about?
The next novel will be dark fantasy. So I'm writing a series, a dark fantasy series. It's all about investigation during a religious war.
Very cool.
Oh, good. Love it. Brilliant ideas. I'm so excited for all of this. Okay, so Jarl, what's up? What's your next kind of idea? Where are you going with the next thing?
Yeah, I'm not completely sure. I have a few ideas lying around, but I haven't been doing something specifically. But I have some ideas. I really like to create maybe a city source book or a map book for Chicago, where my setting is. Because when I started out with Savage Worlds, I created a huge map based on the map I found in Interface Zero, which is Gun Metal Games. Yeah, you probably know this, you guys. It's an awesome setting, and I found a lot of inspiration from that. So I have to give a shout out to David Jarvis and Gun Metal Games for sure. But yeah, and so I started with that map. I published it on Reddit and a few other places. Got really nice feedback. Over the years, I've modified it and added stuff to it, and so it would be really cool to publish something that might be useful for anyone playing a futuristic city campaign, I guess. So that's like
Future
sort of
Chicago sounds great.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a really like a brainstorming phase. But I have that map, and so there might be something coming there for sure.
Nice, perfect. The Christian, what's next on the prolific conveyor belt of guides and tweaks that your brilliant brain is going to put out? What's coming up?
Well, thank you. I don't know if it's brilliant, but at least it's something. I released martial options, and then just recently more martial options.
Mhm.
So that just came out, and hopefully we'll be back for Swag Awards for one of those. But I'm going to do an arcane option, which is some looking at some changes and tweaks and a bunch of edges. So that's much more player facing. Actually, my martial options just hit gold, so I was kind of happy about that. So that's one of my first that I had put out way back when. And as I told JM when I spoke with him probably about a month ago,
Yep.
I have a bunch of all power related things that I'm putting into a series. When you asked before what's good, branding. I think branding helps, like fundraiser and setting lists, like just little catchy things so people see continuity. But under the name of the Wizard Spellbook. And so I have to hammer on those a bit more, but there's some different takes on magic doing a little bit different. So hopefully not retreading where anybody else has gone, but just something else. And,
I am not surprised that there are like 6 different things you're working on. That's great.
Thanks.
Well, thanks, Christian. Congratulations again on. I mean, this is like year after year after year, so we got quite a little legacy built up. And then another one, multiple award winner. You mentioned your sleuth, child sleuth, getting that on POD, and that was an award winner for Swag. So, Jacob, tell us what's coming up next, or you did something really recently too, so you can welcome to talk about that as well.
Yeah. So recently I released Adventures of El Cuervo Rojo, which is basically like your masked hero in an alternate 19th century California. But there's also cosmic horror. There's also magic. There's also all sorts of voodoo strangeness. And so there's that. It landed just like last Friday, so you can still get it. I will work on POD for that, and I released the first handbook. So now I'm working on the other end. It will actually be kind of a renewal of the Sleuth Squad. It will be the Investigator's Handbook. So it will also have much like Benjamin's product. We'll also have tips. We'll also have. But it will also have like new species, some kind of genre treatment, new rules for investigations. A lot of them will be taken from Sleuth, but there will be some interesting new things. And speaking of Sleuth Squad, I'm planning, I don't know if I will do it anytime soon, I want to make a large adventure for Sleuth Squad that's inspired by the Night in the Museum series of movies.
Very cool.
And this will be like a more cartoonish, but it's also a great opportunity to like explore history without time travel, without this method. So it will be a kind of a family-friendly romp.
Awesome. That's a great. I mean, again, branding, doing separate lines. Great advice, and then super prolific. So thank you, Jacob. We appreciate all the your contributions, and congratulations on yet another win. And last, but certainly not least, our friend and game master John Doom. What's next besides trying to kill our characters and our characters' pets on Friday night?
The Doom in Chief, yeah. So what's next? I'm releasing soon. I have to draw the art, which is the longest thing for me on these pulp adventures. As it turns out, art is super expensive, and I can draw a little bit, so I just do that. But the fourth of the pulp adventures, this one's called Through the Hedge. So we are finally invading the nation of Alberon to stop them from enacting some of their super weapons that they've come up with. It turns out that they've kidnapped a Hungarian guy by the name of Nikola Tesla, and are using his brains and a couple of their power sources to supercharge a little electric device he has. So we gotta stop that from happening.
Awesome.
Yeah, I'm excited. And of course, through the hedge, I'm using a little bit of a wink and nod towards the Fey realms, with Oberon being the nation. So good times, though.
Well, awesome. Good to hear it. And I'll have to play. So you guys have to run some of these for us on Friday night, because I haven't played it. I played in the Seventh Kind, but I haven't your 2 pulp adventures. I haven't even read them ahead of time. So, it'll actually be a surprise.
It'll be
but
okay, well, we'll have to.
Maybe. I've got time. So, folks, if you want to get involved as a Savage Worlds publisher, the best one-stop place to shop is SavageUniverse.com. This is the wonderful site that JM put together for us. And it's got there's a button right at the top on how to get involved. It explains the fan license publishing, swag publishing, media network publishing, and Ace publishing. So that is a great place to get information. And then the other one to get some, if you've got the questions at like 3 o'clock in the morning, your Euros will be awake for you. The unofficial Savage Worlds Discord, where a lot of these folks hang out and share tips and get Jan Yetmar to do your layout and all that other good stuff. But yeah, come join the community, get published, throw it out there on Drive-Thru RPG, see what happens. There's been a lot of great success stories and people moving on up. I think we've had a swag winner who is now who became an Ace publisher and is now working for PEG, doing some cool stuff on the back end. So it's a great way to get out there, have some fun, and we appreciate all the winners. You guys make it amazing. It's really fun that we have I was worried the first, do we even have enough people who submitted the first year to give away? No, we had a great amount. And now it's an embarrassment of riches having to decide, besides Jan.
Besides Jan. Yes, sir.
Right. Yeah. No, but there are a really good number of people like Jan and Cyril and Christian. It's just great seeing the repeat winners. And the quality's not going down; it's just getting better. I mean, now there are people who are like, "You need to get the Ace license and get a book published." So, we'll start that fire. JM and I have ideas. We do. We'll talk about that more. But I'll give it to you, JM. You do the best closeouts in the business. So I'll give it
All right. Well, hey, please, if you've got a swag product, if you have an Ace license, if you're Savage Goose and want to come on and talk about your media channel, if you have an actual play, please reach out. Go to SavageUniverse.com. Reach out. Send me an email. I would love to have you on the show to talk about what you are doing in the Savage Universe. And know that in about a month, we're going to have people coming on talking about the Swag Timber Bundle, which is an annual event that I'm very excited about. So thank you to all of our swag winners. And thanks to Landauer for putting this all together. And I will see you all here in the near future for more Savage Universe. Until then, with all your dice ace, go out there and play some Savage Worlds.
Awesome. Cheers, guys.
Thank you, everybody.
Thanks, Landauer.